Good day, everyone, and welcome to Home at the Hollow. First, I want to thank you guys so much for joining me today. We have had quite a spell of weather. I'm not really quite sure if it's just a storm that's come through or remnants of a hurricane that has come ashore, but no matter what, we we have had some bad weather, and I think the worst is over. And, you know, one of the really wonderful things about having, I guess, dreary cold weather is, for us in the South, is it, you know, will happen to bring a bit of cooler weather. Well, we are in for a lot of cold weather for the next week or two. I have not been feeding the deer. They come on their own and graze at will. I have just started in the last week or two, sprinkle a little bit of birdseed out. I have a very small memorial garden, and I sprinkle a little bit of bird food out there. And I've noticed there's a lot of birds. I don't know if they're migrating. I have no idea. But what I'm going to share with you today is my recipe for like a bird suet cake. I know you can buy these very easily in the store. I honestly don't know if this is less expensive for you to do so, but I'm making some for, of course, the yard here, but I'm also going to be making some for my friends who are bird watchers. And we're going to wrap those up. I've got my ribbons ready here, and they're going to be so cute. But I'll just go through as quickly as possible the ingredients that is needed, and I'm hoping that you have the majority of them. Of course, I have my magical grease. I have used that. Of course, you guys know it's oil, shortening, and a little bit of flour. And I have very well greased a little small, like a little tube pan. I've got my light corn syrup. I have a cup and a half of all-purpose flour and 1 envelope of gelatin, unflavored gelatin, and of course my birdseed and wax paper. And I don't know, this recipe I feel worked for me, just for me. It works better when I have everything assembled, because I don't know, I guess I'm just too messy in the kitchen, but no matter what. But what I have for birdseed is nut and berry. And what I have, I've already measured my birdseed out. This is 8 cups of birdseed. And so what I have here is, let's see, trying to be as organized as I can. You guys just forgive my little cheapy bowls here, but you know, they work really well on, you know, stuff like this and things, you know, things like that. But just 1 envelope of the gelatin. I'm going to add to that, excuse my reach here, I'm going to add to that 1 cup of boiling water, because you really want this to dissolve well. And I'm going to just add that. It has been a very busy morning here. I get so excited during the holidays. Oh, I love the holidays. So I've got this fairly well mixed. To that, and what I've done is I've also greased my measuring spoon. I'm going to add 6 tablespoons of corn syrup. And we're going to you're definitely going to want to stir this very well. the corn syrup and make sure it's, you know, good and melted. And it's going great. Now, if you don't have a tube pan like this, you may have like a little mini bundt pan. I have like a little mini bundt pan as well. I can't find it. I'm still unpacking. I'm still in the process of unpacking. And yeah, I think it's going to take me a little while. But anyway, I found this one. Now, I have done the same recipe in a big bundt pan like this. That works great if there's no sun that hits your huge bundt cake. And you know that it's going to stay really, really cold, like, you know, really cold outside. I've made those before in big ones, and they're really nice, but, you know, if it happens to rain or, you know, if the weather turns warmer really quickly, it's going to go really quick. So I try to make them in smaller batches. You may have, if you have purchased, I'm going to add the flour. A cup and a half of all-purpose flour. If you've already purchased some of the suet cakes, save the little liners. And I've actually put a grouping of those on a baking sheet and, of course, greased them well and use those too. And then there you have your little cage that you put it in. But these, I'm really making these to look pretty and for gift giving. So I've got my flour pretty well done. It's still pretty warm too. I can feel it very, very warm. I'm gonna get this out of the way. It has been, oh my goodness, it has been so busy here. I love it when it's busy. I really do. I just absolutely thrive on staying busy. My dad always told me that you kind of maybe not lose your purpose in life, but, you know, if you keep yourself physically busy, physically going, that, you know, any object that's in motion stays in motion kind of like thing, you know. That was his logic anyway. So we've got that. And it's, you know, it's just as easy as, I'm not going to add all my birdseed all at one go. I just want to add it a little bit here and there. And the one thing that you are definitely going to need is some wax paper. And you'll get this. And just give it a really, really good stir. I have been enjoying sharing all of my recipes with you guys so much. I love having you in my kitchen. It takes a bit of stirring. It takes a bit of stirring. You know, I was tempted probably a year or two or so ago. I was talking to someone in one of the big box stores, and you guys know who I'm talking about. And the guy told me, he says, well, yeah, a lot of people will buy like the marked down bakery items and just throw them out in the parking lot for the birds. And, you know, over the course of the last year, 2 or 3, I've seen a lot of dead smashed birds in the parking lot. And it just breaks my heart. I mean, something that simple just breaks my heart. So if you do that, I'm glad you do that, but, you know, take it to an area that people aren't going to be driving. You know, I'm sure that there's a little spot here and there where they have a few trees here and there, or bushes or something. Surely they do. But anyway, that's my commentary for the day, my rant for the day. I have, of course, a big sheet of wax paper already prepared. I've got some really pretty of those candied cherries that you buy in like, oh, sorry guys, in the tub right here. Probably if you wanted to do a combination of red and green. I just bought the red. I've got some dry cranberries here, and I've got some sunflower seeds. And what I'm going to do is I am going to, as evenly as I can, I'm going to distribute these through here. I don't think that you're going to be putting anything different in this equation for them to eat that's not already in their food. So a little bit here, a little bit there. and this is where I get really super messy. I am so messy in the kitchen, and I love every single minute of it. I can't give you an exact measurement on how much to put in your container, because we're going to all be using different containers, you know, and all of that. So I'm just so happy to be here. I'm so happy that you are here. And, you know, this would be a good gift for someone who might be not feeling well and is just kind of looking out a window and, you know, maybe wondering about the world. And, you know, it would really, I think, probably brighten up their day an awful lot. I used to see a dentist, gosh, years and years ago, who had a window to look out. Oops. And I remember for me, it was really nice to have, and I think he had a bird feeder there too. And it was really nice to, you know, just be able to, you know, I'm not a good dental patient, but it kind of mentally took me away from any kind of, you know, negative thoughts I was having, or fear that I might have been having. I might have been having a little bit of pain. I don't know. You just never know. But I remember thinking, you know, it was really nice just to be able to, you know, watch something moving about their day, having a little bit of spot of something to eat. And yeah, so this would make a really good gift. I think it would make an awesome thing to do, and I might just do it. You just never know me. If I say I might just do it, I might just do it. If there was like an assisted living facility or a nursing home or something like that, to where I guess of course you'd have to ask permission, but to go, and if you could hang these maybe, you know, just for a special treat or something, or maybe outside their dining window. Wouldn't that be nice? They could sit there and talk with their friends and watch their furry, feathered friends eating too. I think that would be sweet. I would like it if I was in their spot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of my magical cake release. It serves so many purposes, and I just, you know, I can't help but to think, I haven't done the math on it, but I can't help but to think it saves you a wee bit of money. I know I won't be breathing in those fumes from the spray. So I'm going to just take that greased part and I'm going to put it right over the top of this. And it's going to make holes in your wax paper, and that's just the way it is. But I'm going to take these and I am going to press these down just as hard, and I'm going to compact them as much as I can, so that when you do hang them up, they will, you know, kind of be stuck together a little bit more, and let the gelatin and the flour do its thing. And of course the corn syrup is going to provide the birds, I believe, with a little bit of extra nutrition along with the food that's, you know, formulated just for them. But that's what I'm going to do. And once I get these pushed down as hard as that satisfies me, I'm going to pop this into the freezer, and that will absolutely help you to, get them back out, and we'll go from there. If you don't have a pan like this, I'm sure that you guys probably can figure something out, but if you're just doing it to maybe save a little bit of money from buying those Suet cakes, I don't know how much they are anymore. I used to buy them. But no more. I don't need to anymore. I'm going to have birdseed anyway. But there we go. We're going to go to the freezer. And you guys, please excuse me jumping around and pausing this. But I am still having some technical issues. But I really did want to come on and share this with you guys. Because if you guys are having some cold weather too, I just know that your feathered friends will appreciate it. But I'm going to pop these in the freezer. And when I think they're done enough to come out, I will be right back. And we are back. I have frozen my little Suet cakes, and I've already wrapped a couple up. And again, these are just little food wrappers that I'm going to just throw right back in the freezer. But this is what your little Suet cakes will look like. A handy little hole just for some ribbon and to hang them out. But I can tell you from experience, as soon as I finish filming this, I'm going to wrap these in this wax paper that they are setting on, unless I decide to hang them. And I might just go ahead and decide to do that, depending on our weather. It's been really super wet, but I'm going to wrap these in this wax paper, put them in a bag, a freezer safe bag, and put them right back in the freezer because they simply will not hold up. And what I mean by not hold up, they will, there's no preservatives, there's nothing added to them, so they will expire on you, within a day or two of just having them set like on your kitchen counter. So I would definitely, at a minimum, refrigerate these. But I hope that I've inspired you to get outside and maybe have your children help press this into the mold and give them a little kitchen chore that will also get them outside to have a wee bit of fun feeding our feathered friends. Thank you again so much for joining me today and watching me. Give me a thumbs up if you are enjoying my channel, and I certainly hope to see you guys back here home at the Hollow. Goodbye, guys.